Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to my channel, Butterfly Intuition, with me, Christina Marie. This is True Crime Tarot, where I am going to be tapping into the Zodiac Killer to bring forth my psychic view on why no one was brought to justice. I have no affiliation with this case. I have never spoken to anyone involved in this case. This is merely my psychic view on what I believe happened through what I'm tuning into and channeling, and this is for entertainment purposes only. The Zodiac was a serial killer who was never identified, never caught, and never brought to justice. There have been 4 confirmed attacks. The first one was at Lake Herman Road in Benicia, California. It was on December 20th, 1968. David Arthur Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen unfortunately did not survive this attack. The second attack happened in the early hours of July 4th, July 5th, 1969 at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo, California. Michael Renault Majou and Darlene Elizabeth Farron were both shot. Michael survived, and Darlene unfortunately did not. The next attack was on September 27th, 1969. This was at Lake Berryessa in Napa, California. Brian Calvin Hartnell and Cecilia Ann Shepard were unalived, but this time they were stabbed. And this was in the middle of the day, and this time his MO changed a little bit. The last 4th attack that was confirmed was on October 11th, 1969. This was in the Presidio Heights neighborhood in San Francisco. Paul Lee Stein was a cab driver. He picked up Zodiac, dropped him off, and he was unalived and shot in his vehicle. But this attack was witnessed by children, and the police missed him in minutes. He was just nonchalantly, casually walking away. During the years of August 1969 through January 1974, he would write letters to the media. He would send letters speaking to them, and he has claimed 37 crimes, but the police could only confirm the 4. The main suspect, and the person who I believe is the Zodiac, is a man by the name of Arthur Lee Allen. Unfortunately, he passed before any evidence and any arrests could be made. If you've ever seen the 2007 film starring Jake Gyllenhaal called Zodiac, it is based on the book of political cartoonist Robert Graysmith. Robert Graysmith was a political cartoonist at the San Francisco Chronicle, and he ended up working alongside detectives trying to solve the case, and he became obsessed with it. And the book that he wrote is based in the movie. There is a Netflix docuseries that came out in 2024. It's called This is Zodiac Speaking, and it covers the Seawater family, brothers and sisters David, Connie, and Don, who talk about how they knew Arthur Lee Allen and they believe that he is Zodiac. And their story and what comes out in this Netflix docuseries matches what Robert Graysmith says in his book. I haven't read his book, but from what I've read online, his book is very similar to the movie. So I picked up a lot of things while I was watching the docuseries. So I want to use my Pendulum, I want to use my tarot deck and my true crime oracle cards to just bring forth what exactly happened and just what wants to come through. So I am getting a heavy energy right now. So I am going to call upon Archangel Michael to protect me, call in my ancestors to surround me, to protect me, because I just want to be protected, because I feel this could go a little bit more dark than I'm used to. So, was Arthur Lee Allen the Zodiac? Yes, he was. And I'm getting chills and a tingling in my crown chakra. Okay. Why was he never brought to justice? Why was he not brought to justice? So, in the docuseries, The Seawater's Mother, I believe she had firsthand knowledge, and they talk about this in the docuseries, but I was picking up on that from the beginning. I think she knew that he was, or she suspected, but he made her so codependent on him, and in a sense he groomed her where she never could turn on him. Maybe he threatened her, maybe he threatened her children, because he did spend a lot of time with her kids. Okay, so we have the truthful testimony. Ensure that your statements and accounts are accurate and honest. Your testimony should reflect the truth as you understand it. Integrity in communication is essential for trust and credibility. So they never had the truthful testimony, and I feel that the mother had that. And I want to just clarify that really quick with my pendulum. So did David, Connie, and Dawn's mother have firsthand knowledge that Arthur Lee Allen was the Zodiac? Yes, she did. Okay, so see, she held the truthful knowledge, but she couldn't come forward. And why is that? All right, they want me to use my other deck that I have. So why is that? Why couldn't she come forth? Why couldn't she tell the truth? Why couldn't she help put him away? What was the codependency? What was the fear? What was maybe the threat? What can you tell us? Affair. Oh, wow. She was in love with him. Wow. Okay, so they had a secret affair. Maybe they just had a sexual relationship. That's really what I'm getting. They had an affair. She was in love with him, and she didn't want to see any harm come to him. So she was just head over heels in love with him. Even though on some level she knew she could never truly be with him, but she wanted him to remain in her life, because in a sense he was her caregiver. So he would always come in and do things with her and the children, take the kids on road trips. And David, Connie, and Dawn, they talk about how he would take like all of them or two of them on trips, and all of the trips that they went on were the 4 confirmed attacks. Isn't that, I mean, and then there were other attacks that they talk about that they never confirmed him with, but they were there. So yeah, she had tunnel vision when it came to him. She just didn't, I think on some like a subconscious level she knew, but in the physical sense she just couldn't bring herself to admit it. So the truth was revealed to her at some point. Embrace the revelations that come to light when faced with new information. Analyze it thoroughly and consider its implications. Accepting the truth, even if it's uncomfortable, will lead to clarity. So the truth was revealed to her, but she just couldn't believe it because she had tunnel vision. She just couldn't believe that he would actually do those things. Because on some level, he was her power supply, he was her provider, he was her caregiver, and he was the one who kind of gave her the relief that she needed when she just needed a break from her children. Oh, I just had a card fly out, and that card is the Veil of Secrecy. So she chose to keep his secret. Respect confidentiality where it is required to be cautious about sharing sensitive information and maintain discretion. Trust must be honored and protected in all interactions. So it was almost like she put a wall up. She did like caution tape around her because she was afraid to speak the truth, because she was afraid he would retaliate, he would do something. But I just feel on some level she just loved him, and she just looked the other way. So yeah, this confirms he was a serial killer. He was Zodiac, but it was always hidden. It was always hidden. It was just meant to be this way, unfortunately, because he was very good at cleaning up. He was very good at cleaning up his tracks. He was very good at just cleaning up his tracks. So the legal compass led to him, but then it kind of got pulled in another direction and it got lost. But the puzzle solved confirms that Robert Graysmith, he solved it. He was right all along. So I want to just use my pendulum really quick. Was Robert Graysmith on point with what he wrote in his book? Yes, he was. So yeah, Robert Graysmith had solved it. He knew it from the start, but he knew how to clean up his tracks. So what can you tell us? What is the lesson behind this? How come this case is probably going to remain unsolved? Because the parties that could pull the trigger and end it are no longer here. See, the witness truth, which is the mother, she's no longer alive, and I do feel she's trying to come through, but I don't want to open that door. So reflect on your personal observations and experiences. Ensure that your account of events is honest and clear. Your perspective is valuable in understanding the full scope of a situation. The one thing I will say about the mother is that she is seeking forgiveness. I think she needs her children to forgive her. So if David, Connie, and Don ever find this video, your mother just needs your forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, she loved you. At the end of the day, you were her children, and she feels bad that she didn't protect you as much as she should have. She was afraid of what the legal proceedings would do, because she was afraid, what if he was acquitted? What would happen then? And that was always her fear. So she just went with the flow, and she just decided she just couldn't deal with the truth. So the moral of the story is the seeker's eye. If you see something, say something. So stay vigilant and observant today. Pay attention to details that may reveal hidden truths. Take note of inconsistencies or unusual patterns in your surroundings, which means if somebody's energy feels off, if you know somebody could be doing something that's not good, that's not right, that is either harming themselves or another person, or if you just suspect it, if you see something, say something. That's the moral of the story. Because what you'll do is you'll end up assassinating yourself by not telling the truth. And then the truth seeker seeks the truth, finds the truth, but then the truth seeker hides. There's always a hidden motive as to what people do. He had a motive, he had a reason. And it was kind of like what kept him alive until it was no longer needed. The gift shows me there's some type of box that the mother left behind. And the kids either know about it or they're going to find it. But in this box will be the proof of the detective's deduction, the proof of what Robert Graysmith had come to know as the truth. So I do feel wholeheartedly that this case is not going to be solved. They're never going to be able to pinpoint it on anyone. It will remain a cold case, it will remain open, but it will never be solved. Can I get clarification on that? Yes. They are going to try again, but it's still going to be unknown. So I do hope that this video has brought you some insight. You liked it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you are notified when new content is posted on my channel. The next video I'm going to be doing for the True Crime Tarot is a follow-up to the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. I had somebody comment on this video today, on February 24th, asking what if Julia Wendell was or is Madeleine McCann. She is a Polish woman who has come forth saying she is Madeleine. So I am going to tap into that. So that is going to be the next video in the True Crime Tarot series. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to watch that. Thank you again for being here, being a subscriber. And if you have any topics or subjects that you would like for me to tap into psychically, intuitively, unsolved cases, anything related to Zodiac, Madeleine McCann, Jean-Benet Ramsey, maybe a case I haven't done yet, drop a comment below or send me an email. Have a beautiful day.